Welcome back to another episode of the Arizona Unscripted podcast. I'm Bart Sullivan, and I'm joined here today with Diane, who is my co-host from Mojave County, I believe. Right, Diane? Tell me all about
Hello,
that.
Bart. Yes, over here in Mojave County, nice and warm.
Nice and warm. I bet it's getting warmer too.
It is. It was a little toasty yesterday. We're going to be over 100 here in a
Yes,
few days for a stretch. So yes,
awesome. And I believe today we also have a good friend, Jim Price, on board with us today as a guest.
yes.
Hey, Jim, how are you
Yep,
doing?
I'm doing great. Ready to
Oh,
go.
that sounds great. Well, Diane, you and I were talking earlier about this upcoming celebration, the 250-year celebration, right? And there's some things
Yeah,
happening, at least in the area. You want to lead us through some of your thoughts on that?
sure. Well, we're really excited about this. We did have the traveling museum that came through with the Liberty Bell that will be hung at
Oh,
the state capitol. And also, there's just so many really great celebrations that are coming and barbecue that's coming up. So I'm all about the barbecue. Hoping we can get a team together to go and check that out. But yeah, it's a great way to look and see what's happening across the state. And for all of those that like to do road trips, we love to go out and check out the other counties.
I bet you barbecue's got to be a fairly popular thing in the county, right?
I
You
will
got,
always show up for a barbecue. Any invite, I will say yes.
and I believe I heard something you had a secret recipe for like some kind of smoked barbecue flavored water or something. Is that what
Oh,
I?
yes. You can smoke your water on the Traeger and then freeze that into ice cube for smoked ice cubes, and you
Oh
can
my
have
God, that's
smoked
fantastic.
lemonade.
That's got to be delicious. I mean, my son-in-law has a Traeger, and I'm going to try that. I think that's an awesome idea, especially if
Very
they get that certain smoke flavor. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Um, I know. Is it Laughlin Spring is coming up, right? That's one coming up soon, I believe.
Yes, that is coming up soon. I don't have that date right in front of me. I think that
I'll look it
I
up real
have
quick here. I
that,
think it
but
looks
I
like
think
on
it's
the
the
date.
8th or the 9th.
I think it shows. I find the 9th, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and classic cars. And by the way, I'm kind of a classic car guy. Sometimes I like to. We just had a classic car here in my area. It was fun to see that. And wow. I mean, classic cars to me and barbecue.
Right? It doesn't get
I
much better than that. That's pretty America right there. Yeah, the 66 Mustang is my dream car.
really? Now,
Mhm.
why a 66 Mustang? What's going on with
This
the
is
60?
the best one. It's so gorgeous. It's got so much power and beauty. I love it.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Now, have you had Mustangs before? Have you ever
Yes,
had?
I
Okay.
have, but I haven't had a 66 yet, but I will.
And here's a question. If you, from a classic park point of view, are you going to keep it stock? Are you going to, would you rev it up? What would you do?
You know what? That is the classic question. I think at this point in my life, if I can get a 66 Mustang, I'm going to let her have all the power to stretch her legs that she wants to have. So,
And is there any favorite areas we would like to drive in that 66 Mustang in here?
Route 66, I'm going to connect with these other counties. We're going to do this Route 66 travel. That would be really cool.
Oh my God, that's fantastic. That's great. Jim, what about you? Are you a barbecue fan? You
Yeah, I am. And I got a 2017 Mustang, uh,
Yes, and it rooms.
and it is fast.
it brooms like it does it have like really like big headers and stuff on it? Is it all
Feel
set
it
up?
No,
in your
it's
soul.
it's all stock, but it's fast. I've had it at the drag strip a couple times, and it's pretty good. I
I
used to
was
have old cars too. I had a '69 GTX, Plymouth GTX when I was in high school.
that thing's fast.
And
Those are fast
I,
cars.
yeah, it was dangerous for a 16-year-old kid.
I think we're in the podcast, we're gonna have to do a future episode on Route 66, right? Do something fun with it, right?
Yes,
Figure it out.
that
Because
would
there's
be
got to be some
awesome.
great stories going, especially in that along the routes there. Um, well, let's see. Talking about cars and gas. So you need comments?
Oh,
Will this gas prices cause a problem coming up?
Yeah,
they're
that's a
so
problem with my
painful.
that Mustang doesn't get very good gas mileage.
Yep.
I think
15
my dad had
gallon
one.
tank
Yeah,
cost me $50 to fill up.
$50.
Yeah.
That's nothing. I filled my tank up last week and it was
I
$75 to
know.
fill my
Ah,
little
Yeah.
tank up.
Oh
So
yeah, there's
yeah,
Catherine's popping in. Hey, Catherine, nice to see
yeah,
you.
hi. Hi, Catherine Hammond here from Lake Havasu City. And yeah, the gas prices are getting to the point where normally I just go to my usual gas station and get gas. But now I kind of shop around town and try to find something that's a little bit cheaper, even thinking about using cash instead of credit
Oh
to
yeah.
save 10 cents a gallon. I'm supposed to actually, I've got a bunch of trips planned for the rest of this year. And I'm actually kind of rethinking them and making sure that it's what I want to do because it's going to cost me probably twice as much in gas to make
Wow.
these trips.
So
So
does this
yeah,
like
it's definitely
incentivize? Yeah.
impactful.
Do you think does this incentivize you to like look at maybe getting having solar, unless you already have solar, and electric car?
Yes, it would incentivize me if only I had the money to buy another car. But I'm really kind of hoping that the car I have lasts me for the rest of my life.
Mm,
So, yeah, if I was in the market for a new car, I would definitely be buying some type of hybrid and
yeah,
something that would get some of those hybrids get like 50 miles a gallon or
yeah.
even more.
Well, our daughter
So
has
I'd
a
love
has
to
a
have a car like
yeah,
that.
she has an electric Jeep hybrid, and it gets like, I don't know, 20 miles on a charge or more. And but then it goes to gas, right? So she can
Mm,
actually go to work and just plug it in there and plug it in at
mm,
the nearest station or whatever, the nearest plug-in thing. So she never uses gas hardly at all because of the plug-in thing. It's pretty
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, the electric vehicles are really nice now with the gas prices.
Mhm.
Yeah, but there's nothing like that sound of that GTX though. Or the Mustang. Those
Oh
two.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, there's just got. I mean, because you can record that. Yeah, you can't even record it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I did notice when I was filling up the other day how everybody's standing there holding on to the handle while they're
yeah.
pumping gas instead of just putting it on the click and filling it all the way up. They're watching that number go up and they're stopping it, right? And so yeah, it's pretty painful.
Yeah, so those are some good tips. So people are watching the amount of money, right? So they can set it at a certain point. Do you guys, and you have other tips, Diane, that to help anybody have tips on helping people in this situation? Cash is one. We just
I'll
got through
tell
from
you one
Catherine.
of them here in town is
Yeah.
you get 10 cents a gallon off if you pay cash. If you use
Yeah.
your credit card, you're paying 10 cents a gallon more,
Oh my gosh.
which that can cost you over a long run.
And do you
Yeah.
guys belong to different clubs and things and or go to certain gas stations
Th-
that give you a
There's,
better price?
That's the cheapest one in town, the
well,
fast trip.
Smith's, yeah, Smith's grocery store. If you shop there on Fridays, they give you, I think, 2 or 4 times what you spend. And if you
Mm,
spend $200 a month at Smith's, you get, I think it's 30 cents off a gallon.
yeah.
So it's a good deal, but I usually don't spend that much money at Smith's, so
Mm,
it hasn't helped me too much. But Friday's the day to shop there
mm,
and then turn around and use your card at the gas station. That's something a lot of my friends are doing.
yeah. I know we do the car wash, the monthly car wash, because there's so many bugs in the Windy Bullhead area here. And then you get 20 cents off a gallon, plus my membership there is 20 cents off a gallon. So that's pretty significant. Before I didn't care. Now 40 cents off a gallon makes a difference of how far I go on my road trips.
And I bet you plan your road trips a little like, I'm going to stop here along the way. You
Yep.
kind of move everything in a sort of a systematic way to save some fuel.
It's a great time to make friends and get to know your neighbor, and then you can carpool and you
Yes.
can share those costs and share that time and get to know somebody a little bit better who might be also feeling the heat.
Yeah. Is there any decent public transportation in the area they can use? Is there anything going on there? No.
Nope, not
No.
that's
We're
that's an
rural.
easy question to ask. Rural Arizona, we don't have any public transportation. I don't know what they have down in Maricopa. I know that that's been a ongoing issue for them for a long time. But here in Lake Havasu City, they have tried. I've lived here for 27 years. They've tried multiple times to have a local bus system, and they allot all this money, they buy all these buses, and it lasts for about 6 months, and there's just not people riding. It's hard to get people to use a public transportation system when they don't have any experience with it, The routes are kind of unknown to people. You can't
Yeah.
just go stand on a corner and assume you're going to get picked up someplace or when. So they've never had any luck here in Lake Havasu City with a public transport system. The closest thing that we have, it's not public at all. It's just, we have a lot of private cabs. I
Mhm.
don't think we have Uber here in Havasu, but we do have an awful lot of, they're called like $5 holler
Right.
and stuff like that. And
Okay.
then
Okay.
there's the
Yeah.
Las Vegas Express because the nearest airport is 2.5 hours away from us.
Mhm.
And if you're going on an extended trip, you don't want to leave your car in the parking lot that costs, I don't know what it
A
costs
lot of
now,
money.
but a lot.
Yeah.
And so we are fortunate to have one, possibly two providers who will transport via shuttle up to the airport and back. However, the schedule is very limited.
Yeah.
You usually have to go super early in the morning and then sit around the airport all day long. They've also tried to get commercial airlines here at the Lake Havasu City Airport, which is a beautiful airport,
Mhm.
but it's all private because they did try a few times to have public air transport, but it didn't go because, for example, they had a flight scheduled to go out at 3 in the afternoon. If by 2:30 only half of the people had shown up,
Oh.
they canceled the flight.
Oh gosh.
Mm.
Or even if only half the plane was full and everybody was there, they would cancel the flight. Again, it's hard to get people to use a transportation system that unreliable. Who's going to reserve a seat on a flight that you got a 50-50 chance of getting canceled?
Well, it sounds like an
So,
issue we need to work on, right? Get some kind of help out in some ways, especially with we seeing
right.
these gas prices keep going up. And I don't know, maybe hitchhiking will come back in vogue now.
They tried that airport thing here, and they had to guarantee American Airlines $1 million in profits.
Oh,
So they
wow.
ran
Wow.
for I think 1 year or maybe
What the
two
heck?
years, and it was $75 to fly one way to Phoenix. It wouldn't fly to Vegas. So you
Hmm.
had to fly to Phoenix and back, and that was the only place it went. And
Um,
they got their $1 million and left. They didn't,
um,
it wasn't worth it
Wow.
for them.
Well, I know that we've got Joan here on the call with us, and she made a note that there is some federally subsidized Lake Havasu City direct and paratransit.
Yeah.
And I know in Bullhead, I saw a little community transit that would just take you like down the
Oh yeah.
river and back. So there's that. But you know what I would love? I would love to hear from our listeners. What are you doing to help offset these just rapidly rising costs? And
Yeah.
we would love to discuss that in future podcasts and share with each other different ways that we can try to make a difference for each other.
Yeah. Besides siphoning gas from your neighbor's car.
Yeah, probably not that.
Yeah.
That's when it starts happening, over $4 a gallon.
Right.
But yeah, please let us know, because it's Arizona Unscripted at gmail.com. Send us an email. We'd love to hear from you, or in the comment section of Spotify. Feel free to comment in and tell us what you think. Gosh, well, I guess back to the celebration. Even though we have all these issues going on with gas and stuff, it still sounds like it's a fun thing to do
Yeah.
when it comes in your area. If you're able to see it, right, Diane? See
Yes,
anything?
and it's a great way if you like to explore, to look at what's happening across the state. We have Daniel from Graham County that is here on the call with us now, and I'm looking forward to doing a road trip out to Graham County. Hey, Daniel.
Hey, I'm looking forward to actually being here. So, one of the things I do to help with the cost, since it's 20-mile round trip to the grocery store here,
Wow.
is every time I decide I need something or I want something, I will question it.
Yeah.
And I will often decide, I'll have to do that later. But I don't have any neighbors that I have tried doing this with or close friends in the
Yeah.
area, but I do have relatives. And anytime one of us is going into town, we send a text and say, hey, would you like to go? What do you
Mm.
need to get? I'm going to the store.
Oh,
Do you
great
need
idea.
anything?
Yeah.
So this is a group effort.
Yeah.
And I
Love that.
still remember in the city when the women friends I had would decide to have shopping
Mm.
trips together. And they, why
Ah,
not do it at the grocery store? Why,
Oh, yeah.
and you can save 4 or 5 cars going to the same place if you go together
and
once in a while.
how far
And
from
they
you,
just,
how far would they, how much would they save on gas when they do that? How many miles is it between the two
well,
local?
if it's 20 miles round trip,
Yeah.
Mm.
a typical truck around here, I get 22 miles per gallon in my van. So that saves me $5 every time I ride with them. Like I'm going to go in with a birthday party and I'm going to ride with them. And that's going to save me $5
Yeah.
for the birthday party.
And you get a
Yeah.
And
chance to hang out with them a little bit in the car
I
too. You
get to
get
hang out with them,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
sometimes that's the worst part of it.
Mm.
But if we think outside our own little box and we think about a neighbor, why not ask them, hey, I go every Fridays to the store. Do you need anything? Do you want to go? To save that. I've seen some neighbors, they drive into Pima and go to the dollar store 4 or 5 times a day.
Oh, wow.
That's that's
Oh
uh,
my gosh.
That's a 4 mile round trip each time
Mm.
because they decide they want milk. But
Mm.
they one at a time. And I'm thinking, man, I do not want to pay for their gas.
Yeah. Maybe helping people with some planning and
Some plan. And
collaborating up with other people is a good idea. I know when we
and
take a trip to Henderson, we always call, say, hey, does anybody need something from this big box store?
Yeah.
And we just take those listen and try to do the shopping for them. So,
and so just a part of what's happening is everybody is still thinking of this as a short-term problem.
mm,
And it's not, because even when gas is only $3.60
mm,
a gallon, um, that's still a big chunk of my Social Security income.
mm,
So it doesn't go away.
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
It
Well,
might
and
be
I
a
know
good
that
business
Barb and
to,
Jim are good friends of mine, and Barb was like, hey, they have senior days at the grocery store. I'm like, wait, what? Okay, what day is that? So you can, starting to do some strategic planning for all of the ways to save some money right now.
Yeah. It's a good idea. Excellent. Well, tell you what, this is a wonderful discussion and help for people. I hope people get out for that celebration, Dan. I hope they get out anyway
Yes.
in their area or with their friends and family. Maybe do a backyard barbecue would be really good.
Yes, yes, we're absolutely about the barbecue. And yeah, if people go on to the America250az.org, I think we can put that in the
Hmm.
chat on our podcast thing, but you can do the different passports and it will share, fun things from the different counties. And they
Oh,
have a
great.
night excursion one and they have guided hikes and all kinds of things, accessible even for people with mobility issues. So highly recommend going there and taking a look at all of the activities that are still coming up.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Diane, for this wonderful. Thank you to our guests coming on, popping in there and hanging out with us. And until we see you or listen to you guys in the future, we'll see you back on the podcast, and we'll also be able to give you a lot more stuff going on in Arizona coming down. And what was again, Dan? What was our next county we're going to be focusing on again?
Well,
That
we
was
aren't certain yet. It's going to be a
ah.
surprise, but we are looking at the 250, that exhibit. They're, traveling around in different,
Oh, right,
barbecuing
right.
in different areas. So we will have guest speakers with us again next week, and we will be talking about what's going on in their area.
Great. Well, that sounds fun. Wonderful. Thanks so much, everybody. And
All right.
have a great rest of
Thank
your
you,
day.
Bart. See you next time.
See you next time. Okay.
Bye.
Cheers.
bye.